And eventually I got into wedding photography and videography, telling stories through video, capturing the cause of emotion, when we do those things. And then I was a sidekick, by the way. So, y'all ever had sidekicks? I felt something, I know. I felt something. So that was my sidekick. And then I realized that a lot of these skills that I was learning could desperately be used in my work. I was working for a GaETC, a research that desperately needs to tell stories of things happening in the region. I want to tell a story about things we're doing and things that are happening in the region, because if you don't tell your story, somebody else will. And some of you do not like the stories that other people are telling about your school, your district. I want to be on the forefront of that. I'll go into those Facebook groups that are like, it's like poison. Yeah, like people go there to pretty much just a hurt. I try to stay out of this. But I hear from all things, and I don't think this will be good. I can't stop everybody from doing those things. But before I get into the meat and potatoes of today's month nuggets, I do not want to take any of these home today. And these are my work your purposes. And that's going to be required of you today, because I am this is the word I'm looking for. I'm encouraging some creative thoughts and thinking to how you're telling your stories from now on. That's what I'm asking you to do. Just think of it. Is there a better way to be doing this? And so work your court is part of that. What is that court going to be? What's it going to look like? It doesn't mean you have to be weird. It just means it has to be different. It has to stand out. All right, so please get a poster afterwards. Yeah, because I'm not putting these in the hot city. You're taking these back with you. You're going to post it somewhere. It's going to be beautiful. Also have some stickers. You're welcome to those. I have a small, a medium, and a double-edged shirt left. So I say them just for you all, because I'm telling you the size, so just if you want to do the thing with me, whatever that thing is, like if you're one of those sizes, you want to do it. Okay? So it's a 2X, small, and medium. Because nobody wants a good shirt that you can wear. You ever done that before? People get you shirts you can't wear? Let's not do that. That's bad deal. Bad. Okay. Now let's keep going on here. Why should a school or school district care? Why should they share? Why should okay, let's fix that. Okay. Obviously, AI didn't do that. That was let's share about current happenings. And I want to know what you think. I just shared about one general ideas like you want to tell a story. Specifically to you, why do you think the school or district should share their story? And so, like I've done in a couple of my classes, I'm going to give you something that everybody gets a voice in this one. That you get a collaborative, crowdsourced piece of art. Really, I think it's kind of a piece of art. An AI-generated podcast. But it's not just some random data from like something, whatever. This is like you guys. And you get to listen to it later in your life. This is about your peers. Why they think this is a good idea. Why they think storytelling is important. So let's do this. And some of you have seen this so many times, probably. You've been hanging out with me. Like you get to see the value of this. Is if you go to that code and you fill out the form, I'm going to use that data to make a podcast. So it's not just some random thing. This is you in the podcast. And so your peers can learn from each other about this topic. It's just one question form, and you like these. This is easy. And don't make it too fancy. It's like a 1-minute thing. Why do you think schools and districts should care about telling their story? Typing whiz. Gosh, I need to live my life. Her tag says typing whiz. She's got her dinosaurs dressed on, man. That's awesome. Hey, that's a high compliment. Miss Frizzle. Yeah, every day. Miss Frizzle ride on the bus. Okay, we should be done with this. Okay, yeah, keep going, keep doing your thing. I'm gonna get away from this for a second. And just kind of see, oh, people are working, thank you. People are working, and I appreciate that. Look at that, we got 31 responses so far. That's great. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this, I'm going to, okay, 1 second, go ahead, wherever you got. You just, wherever it is you right now, I can pick it up. All right, I'm gonna take this, download it as a PDF. There's probably other ways to do this. And export. Download the PDF. Now I'm going to open up that thing you used to be learning about, the Google LM, or Notebook LM, not that. Welcome back. And I'm going to make a new notebook. And I'm going to open up, so I'm actually, we're doing a little ed tech with this, with the storytelling. So you're seeing this, maybe for the first time. I'm going to open up that, your answers. Google Notebook LM is different than the other chatbots, I think, because this is your data. And it's great, it's like a lock. It's awesome. And you can load it up with all the line. You can load it up with all the, let's just stop this thing. Something just hit me. Some of you need a locker with all the positive things happening in your district, but you keep forgetting about it, or it's in some kind of document somewhere else. On all these little things. All right? Newspaper clippings. All right? Even a newspaper clipping, you put all, you're feeling me right here, right? This notebook, y'all getting an extra buff nugget that I didn't even know existed until like this moment in time. Like right now, you should have, you can use this tool and include all the wonderful things that are happening in your district, in your school. And you keep it in there. And by the way, you can have, let's see here, I think it's 50 documents or 40 documents per poll. Tons of information. It can be audio. It can be a YouTube video. It can be Google Docs. It can be slides. All kinds of things. You load it up. And when the time's right, you're like, man, I need a good feel-good story. And I need to remember something that happened 3 months ago, because you can't remember 3 months ago. Because life's been hard. It's been very busy. And it's going to remember that for you. It's as an AI assistant with your day, your life. So on the left, I only have one resource. That's just the thing you guys made for me. Super cool, super easy. But you can load yours up, and you would call it "Good Things Happening in My Place." Something like that. So I'm going to call this, your notebook, I'm going to call Storytelling. Storytelling for schools. And this is a trick you've seen. Well, obviously it's written in summary of this data. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But you can imagine all the information there is going to summarize all that too. And now we're going to make a deep dive conversation. We can customize it. So for you, I'm just giving you a little podcast to listen later on if you want. For friends, it's really important to me. PR, this, I want to leave. This is your thing. Like, I had enough of the other stuff. I just want to listen about PR and get home. So customize and say, for the audio interview, I'm going to say focus on the importance of good storytelling and why it's important. That's a lot of important. Okay. Maybe I should use AI, you're right. So hit generate, and it's going to take a few minutes. You don't need to stick around. Okay, let's go. Some of you feel like this. I can show this picture every time I think sense. That's me on Appalachian Trail, by the way. I have bitten off more than I can chew. And you're like, I don't know, man, I don't know if I have the tools. By the way, I've done the Appalachian Trail before in jeans. Those are not the right tools. And today I'm going to use some tools to help you with this process, to make life a little easier and more impactful. So we want, what we want. We want less energy, but more impact for your very busy schedules. For a lot of you, this is not your full-time gig. The PR thing was You were nominated as an extra thing on your plate. Yeah, that's what you feel like this. I want you to feel a much better way than that. I'll never forget, this is one of my first videos. And a lot of people do wedding videos, it's just all like rings and dancing and whatever. Like, this was an engagement video, but she hired me to do an engagement video. I've never done one before. But her husband, or her fiance, was in the military. He was stationed somewhere else. And so I said, what if I came and filmed you talking to him about the big day and how much he cared about you and cared for him. And I was going to film her talking to him on Zoom. Don't know what I'm talking about? We are evoking emotion with this. There were tears. It was like, I'm going to tell a story to evoke some kind of, when we tell a story, we will evoke some kind of emotion whether we know it or not. It could be complacency. That's the like complacency like that just means I got wasted my time. Like, I want somebody to feel something, happiness, joy, maybe sadness. Something happened in our community. We want our community to know that so-and-so passed away, and this person meant a lot to us. And we want them to know about us. But in this situation, we filmed this. That was the first one I ever did. I said, what? This is what it's about. Let's do it. And then she goes, and by the way, we're going to have a big party, so we can also do a record scratch. After everybody's crying, goes, Whee! And then she starts doing something called the cyclone. She starts dancing, which we're not going to see that right now because of time. But then we changed the emotion. We just grabbed it and just did something else. So that's just a little story about being constants. Okay, let's move on. Let's do something else. She's very happy there. Her name is Shay. Lovely person. So I get to, by the way, I actually do this. I do this for work. I get to partner with a school system here in Georgia. They let me tell stories. And here's a big thing. Here's your first mega buff nugget of the day. You ready? Look what I'm using here. It's kind of hard to tell. By the way, I actually had a pretty good haircut there. Look how happy this lady is. Okay, very happy. And you know why she's happy? Because yes, she does. And she's making ranch, which makes kids happy. Ranch makes everybody happy. So this is what I'm using, by the way. Let's get this over with right now. Some people are like, Brian, I can't tell stories. I don't have a budget. I don't have this. I don't have that. No. So this is called a smartphone rig, and on that one, I have like a little fuzzy mic on it that hooks up to my iPhone, so you get a little better audio. It's like a smartphone rig. It's like Amazon smartphone camera rig. You know, it might be just different ones, maybe $50 or something. And then you've got a little microphone that goes on top. That's legit, right? The fuzzy mic. That's $40 or something. So my iPhone microphone for a mobile rig. And all of a sudden, what I'm getting at, everybody, is use what you got. I can't do it because I don't have studio lighting. I can't tell stories because I don't have this. I don't have that. You just use what you have. I tell this to students all the time in the audio video world. I'm like, there are people who have made movies and they have successful movies with much less than what the standard Hollywood procedures are. We could use what we have to tell stories. So that's just people being very happy, making ranch. What kind of story do you want to tell? So I'm going to show you some examples of some things I've been working on here. Let's see. Ooh, look at this one. Well, for one, okay, let's get back to that section. I'm trying to find a special one. Here we go. Here's another nugget for you. If you're not having success with your PR and your ads or whatever the story you're trying to tell, it may be because it looks too familiar. Because we have been trained to skip over things we don't want to see. We've been trained to skip over things. Now, by the way, when a commercial comes on TV, what do? You go somewhere else, or you stay on your phone. I've been trained, I don't even look at that. So I've been trained to spell stop on every text I get. That's when the politics things happen. Don't get the political text? Oh, I hit stop 1,000 times a day. I don't even know my number, I'll find you. Don't do that. So people try not to look at. So how does your stories look different than everybody else? So that's one of Rebecca's. How can you tell better stories? I think it needs to look different. It's a little different. And let's get us some different. This is just weird. You know, I was trying to get people's attention. It's very competitive, very distant. My job is to get your attention. And so, I put this in my newsletter, this ad. This is the most random, weird testimony anybody could ever. I just did a fun testimony for my friend at stage arts. We were on video, so it was awesome. This lady came up to me, she said this. If someone comes up to you and says something like this, like a high praise, but it's like kind of weird, different, don't discount it. Don't discount it. She goes, there's that leg surgery. God said, limit standing. Your session was full and standing only. So do I stood. Okay. Who makes that a testimony? I do. And that's awesome. And guess what I put as a graphics down here? It's people's legs. It's very, very strange. Oh, this is a good one here. Okay, so you know, the hurricane Helene came through, and I'm from South Georgia originally. I live in Northeast Georgia now. And I wanted to do something because that's my hometown, and I don't know how to use a chainsaw. I kind of, you know, I mean, God, don't use a chainsaw. AI can't help cut out shit. Not yet. And so I was trying to find a way to raise money for this. So I said, I'm going to make some shirts to raise money. That's something I'll do sometimes, right? Y'all do fundraisers? You do fundraisers. Now, I thought we would sell, you know, 50 shirts maybe, 40 shirts, and it was the months of the money that when the food banks on it. Obviously, that did not happen. And it was like 300 something shirts. And this was the most amazing, unexplained, like unexpected success story. I've never done anything like that ever. And I think love has been the storytelling. It was very informal. I got on camera, started talking about, hey, Ryan, my hometown, was ravaged by a storm in South Georgia, and I'm selling some shirts. All the money's going to go to them. I'm teaming up with 2 local people in my community. Something I'm doing. I'm teaming up with people in the community. I'm teaming up with this artist. I'm teaming up with a screen printer. They're donating their time, and we made a whole big deal out of it. Big old story about it. And where do you post it? Where do you post it? You got to find people to share this message to you. And this is what, and at the very end, you know what I did? Because this is a big deal that people gave money to this. I wanted them to actually know where the money was going, how it worked. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. Are you behind the scenes videos? Like, who's making that ranch? Like, who's those lovely people in the lunchroom? Any chance I get, I'm highlighting lunchroom people. I just am. Bus driver. The biggest video, when I do work for this amazing school system, the biggest video we ever had was about bus drivers. Had nothing to do about content or data. All right, you don't need big hits on your data videos. The district's like, or the community's like, man, this data video is sick. Like, you know, or like, you know, something that we can be very excited about. Graduation rates are up. It's not the data they're excited about. It's like, they're excited about the kids who are graduating. Go find some kids who are graduating and go tell that story. Like, We just gotta do it different. And so I'll give you a little heads like how this looks. We're gonna watch this entire thing. Oh, that's a lot there.
$8,000 raised through the Hurricane Relief Team fundraiser that many people participated in across the country, and this is going to help those in the disaster zone in mainly South Georgia. And going to Bravo Screenplays Day. Great. Let's go do this. All right, so we have my lights mixing the peach pink. As you can see the process, we're going to put colors and we're going to mix this up good. So you're getting custom ink on these amazing teas.
So these people are still trying to match the shirts.
All the pizza oven here now.
I didn't have to make that video, by the way. Didn't have to make that video. People already given their money. Why did I make the video? What's that? There's some trust there. I want people to know what I'm doing with their, say again, with their money. Is that a thing in your community? We want to know what you're doing with our money. You know, speaking of money, I made this right here. I made this with actually with Canva. What in the world did I ask Canva to create a graphic with a graduation cap on it? What do you think I'm trying to promote here? You're gonna make money. You're getting warmer. Those were something that was happening on election day. East-Los. East-Los. Is that a thing in your county ever? East-Los does a lot of special projects in schools all across Georgia. People vote on this. They don't have to vote for it if they don't think their money is being spent wisely or well. So we made a video, a compelling video, about where all these little pennies people come in that county where it is. And that East-Los did pass. There's no guarantee that it does, but it did. And I'm proud of that video. I'm proud of that project. I also heard that in that district that they had another SPLOS that wasn't the East-Los. There's different penny taxes and things. Their SPLOS did pass. Okay? So, you know, we gotta be purposeful. And that video just wasn't like someone standing in front of the camera going, give me your money. You know, this was video of a bus guy talking about how poor transportation is. Your babies. You want to get people watching videos, talk about the babies. So if your baby's for a bus, guess what? We have the best buses. We keep those things clean. They're safe. You know, we're building a new school. You know, I got the assistant superintendent wearing a hard hat out there. He's driving his truck. Now check this out. I got an assistant superintendent driving a truck. I'm over here beside him, filming him with my iPhone, with a hard hat on, in the truck, as he's talking emotionally about what this school means, because they're at a construction site. And he's talking about, you know what, this money here, we can do this with this money. Better storytelling. And people want to know what you're doing with the money. Yeah, that's great. It's a great way to do that. Let's see. Let's do anything else for you. Ooh. Does something ever crazy happen to you, like in your district or around, and you're like, I want to, or something happens in the, maybe in the nation, and it's kind of like, you want to take advantage of that and use that to tell a story in your county? check this out, this happened right here. Oh, you remember this? By the way, this is horrific. A Blue Jays fan got hit with a baseball in the outfield. This is terrible. And obviously, look at that thing. That's gonna hurt. So you know what she did? She posted something. I got my face smashed in by 110 mile per hour foul ball. Oh my goodness, that's the issue. And I didn't get the ball. I even stayed to that game. Anyway, look the girl up. She put that online. There's a couple things we can get out of this, everybody. We got some people in your district who was down on the luck. Some things have happened. This was bad. And you know what happened? A feel-good story. Y'all good with those? Topps Baseball Card Company printed her own card and sent those to her. Limited edition. And look at this. Numbers matter. They produced 110 copies because she got hit by a ball at 110 miles per hour. You know, we should be looking out for things. That's a very kind of, our brains are pretty full nowadays. So we have to think about things. Things are happening in our schools, people down the luck. I've got some good stories to help somebody in need. I love this mess. That's a great example of one. Get out there. We did that. I'm showing some LinkedIn stuff. There's the weird leg thing. There's that. Oh, here we go. You know that Ryan's toy guy? That kid's rich as all get out. He just opens boxes. What's up with that? So I open boxes to give people things like posters. And I thought, like, how can we make a video something? Because there's some psychology here. We're opening a box. Our district got something new. We want the public to see. We're excited about this. I don't know what it might be. And this, all it is, this video, that's my first posters I ever got. This took forever, by the way. This is just me walking around opening a box. There's nothing exciting about this. The phone is on the tripod. Don't overthink this, everybody. They're simple. Let's keep things simple. Eventually, I opened it. Here's all the comments were. It's taking me forever to open this box. It packages really well. Yeah, people like that. I don't know why. Yeah, we can see more. There it is. The Skills Pay the Bills poster. That was my first one I ever did. And speaking of posters, I want to make sure I mentioned this before I forget. We're talking about storytelling and getting message out to people in their communities. People have totally forgot about that. People say everybody's going on digital, right? Guess what everybody's been trying to do? Not look at digital stuff. It's very hard. I'm having to do weird stuff to get people to look at my content. Some of you don't want to do weird stuff. I got you. But we're having to think very creatively to get people to look at our stories. So I've been doing things like this. What is your district about? What is your school about? You know, what are you trying to convey? That's 3 words. And by the way, it's not an advertisement because my name is so small on there at the very bottom. And that's what people get wrong all the time. When I work with people who do this kind of stuff, they're like, here, I got you a t-shirt. I got you a t-shirt. Guess what it's got on it? Brian Buckington, boom! Our Denver district, Vera, boom! And that's what you want. You want that. I want to be a walking advertisement for the district. People will do that. There's a lot of kind people out there who are very proud of the school system. But if you want to get after people, after something deeper, you got to find out. It's got to be a message, not just an advertisement. So the slogan. Did you have some good slogans? Your schools, your districts, that you can get, maybe you don't. It's time to come up with one. I'm always thinking of them. Easy ones. I have a new one that I kind of been playing with. Next year, I'm going to bring a new customer. Already? It goes like this. Failing, maybe failing with apostrophe, with flair. And I'm promoting failing because that's just you. And that's very anti-established. But most people in this room understand the value of failure. I'm just trying to get people talk about it wrong. Like that Miss Frizzle thing we talked about here, Miss Frizzle, she was all about failure. And I'm trying to bring it back. I'm trying to bring back the failure. Okay? You can tell the people back at school, we talk to a guy, he loves failing. And that's uncommon to have people talk like that. But it's engaging. And look, your district, that's what I do. What's your thing? What do you do at your school? What are you about? Why do we read? What does reading do? And maybe we get some posters printed. I'll go ahead and tell you how much you guys can do my session. I'll not tell you how much it costs for the posters. Some people are wondering, oh my gosh, they got to get all these posters. It's a fortune. It does cost me money. Now, I buy a bulk because I do this for a living. I bought 1,000 posters. 1,000. 24 by 36. These are huge. I could have got bigger. But I drive a Honda Civic. And I said, you know what? I'll do it. And it was $900 for 1,000 posters. It came from mightyposters.com out of Idaho. And they came on a pallet because it is heavy. And my son wasn't there, he had to take care of all that. Because I have to work. And so if there was a message, you know, storytelling, I'm just getting creative here. If there was a story in the district you really want to get across, you don't have 5,000 posters, but I'm playing that price point, it costs about 90 cents a piece. Okay? 90 cents a piece. Maybe it's a fundraiser. You know? I think that's kind of important. You do things like this. It gives everybody a little, at least like this $1. Everybody has a little skin in the game. And could you imagine, like, we had some really bad things happen in our counties this year, at districts. We've had violence, we've had storms, all kinds of things. But maybe something could bring people together. Maybe it's like this common message, and people put these up. Maybe it's a flag, put these up in their house, put them up in their room. I don't know. I'm trying to bring it back. Because print media has value. This has more eternal value than a social media post that only like 5% of people get to see. Did you hear that? Social media? They control the algorithm. They only get to see, only 5% of people get to see it, 10% maybe. You might have high engagement, but it's tough. It's tough to get that engagement. So there's the poster. That's one of the poster ran. There you go. I have no idea what we're doing on time. It was a Mighty Posters, and it was out of Iowa. MightyPosters.com. And I know that's not everybody's thing, but maybe it's something like that, or smaller posters for your attention. All right, let's keep going. Let's talk about this. Who's your audience? Where's your audience? That matters. Some of us are just working really hard, but not getting the results we want. You know what I did? To get the word out about my messaging, I do have social media. I use it mainly for appearances. If I really want to get to you, I have a newsletter. That's my audience. My newsletter is my audience. But here's the thing, I have to give you something of value, you're not going to open it. Some of you have parents who sign for your newsletter, they don't open it. My newsletter has about a 55 to 60% open rate on email. And it has about 40, well, I've been getting a few hundred subscribers from this event. And so that means I have about 3,600 subscribers. That means every Tuesday, about 1,700 to 1,900 people open it up. You know who's not going to give you that? Instagram's not going to do that, and Facebook's not going to do that unless I pay them. Okay? And so I use a lot of newsletter marketing to get my message. But here's the kicker. How do you get to go through your emails? Is there any tips about that? I'm just talking, because this is my last session. I'm trying to give you all the nuggets I can. So, what do we got? See, how do you get to go through your emails? What you got? Yeah, they have to trust you. That's the line. The line better be good. The line, that's a skill. The subject line's a skill. It's usually pretty good. This is what you use to help you with that. I'm using I help you with the subject lines. Because so you know, I'm not like a subject line marketing expert. You were handed this extra job to do. It's not what you went to school for. So you work on that. Here's the deal. When they open that email, it better like it. It better have something of value every time. Or the next time they're not going to open up the email. And that's a hard task. But for me, it's worth it. Here's the other thing about email newsletter. It's got to be consistent. When I started email newsletters, I was like, I'll just send it, just whatever I want. Something like, I was at the EdTech conference. Boom, I'll send one out. 2 months later, I sent another one out. You know what I found out? That was not good. 2 years ago, I made a decision to say every Tuesday, 9 a.m., Buff Nuggets goes out to everybody. Every Tuesday, 9 a.m., Buff Nuggets goes out. And I have a scheduler too. It'll schedule it out. Here's a couple of tips I use. MailChimp for mine. Some of you use something called S'more. I get data from mine. There's also one called Beehive that I'm thinking about trying out. It has some more analytical tools to get my messaging out to people. Yeah, and you own that list. Because what happened to Twitter, everybody? If you put a lot of value in Twitter and your social network, Twitter has changed in the past year or two. It's much different. Who's to say Instagram's around 2 years ago? Or Facebook's around? I'm not guaranteed that, so I like social media. I like the email newsletter thing. Where's your audience? Hey, I'm going to be straight up with you too. I'm working with some people. We started putting all our videos on YouTube. That's how much people do videos, right? All the YouTubers do it. You saw those YouTubers? They're awesome. You put your videos on there because you hope they do what? They subscribe. You know what we found out? The adults in that community, that's not what they do. Who does that? Who does the YouTube subscribing thing for the most part? It's all like teens, maybe 20s, and there's outliers. But community members are not like, I'm on YouTube subscribing to channels and watching it on the TV. That's like a very rare thing. And so we had to go back to the drawing table because we were not putting it on Facebook. All the people are on Facebook. But we want to get some traffic. So we said, we're going to put them on YouTube and Facebook. So if people want to get on YouTube at the end, but Facebook's where all the people are. So we want to get engagement. Got to give them something to do, something to see. So there you go. Where is your audience? I don't know. Oh, I got to show you. I did get a new toy here. So you like the toy. So I did show you my iPhone rig. I did learn some tricks from my YouTube. So DJI makes this. And by the way, this right here gives you credit. If you break one of these out, you instantly get like 100% R. Or infinity R. Look at this one. It's what my son says stuff like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Actually, my stage art's for actually I had used one of these for a second ago. So this right here automatically has a this is a microphone, by the way. And it automatically has internal storage on it. So anytime, and I can have it Bluetooth to my phone. This can connect to my phone. That's the big issue with video a lot of times. Oh, it stinks. And so I can put this on somebody. It's got a little clip. And if it's windy outside, that's not an issue. Because I got the furry thing. That's the technical term. You Chewbacca hat. You put that on, like, tell me about your day. They're like, my day was like this. You know, you start breaking this out, people are like, I'm taking this person seriously. You know, and this is called a DJI. It's the DJI mic, right? I think this is version 2, it's the most recent one. It's a little kit, it's like a $350 thing. Not everybody in your district needs one. I wouldn't think so. But it's awesome. And it's got its own charger. This case right here, it's like that phone, your AirPod charging thing. This case is its own battery. You pop it in, and then I'll install this like little test it far back. It's got these little lights on it. It tells you how much juice is in it, and then it just charges it on the go. So you get like 2 or 3 charges out of this, and you can talk to those microphones for 2 or 3 hours. This is good investment on video storytelling. I do want to show you how to make a jingle for your district. Okay, here's another buff nugget. Like, Brian, I have no time for that. I can't do it. I hired a high school intern. I was able to do this. You might get one for free. Just find somebody, and they can be a work-based learning person. I don't know how it works. This guy's name is Clay. And this was about 8 years ago. I was at Marisa. I talked to my boss. I was like, kid, I just have a kid, and we'll pay him $8 an hour. And we will, I need him 10 hours a week. Okay? This is what he was able to do. This high school kid right here, Clay. Oh, he's like an architect or something now. And he still uses these skills in his job. I had him go with me to schools. When we go to schools, we're telling the good news. Things are good over here. Well, you know, we want to tell good news. Things are happening in our communities. And then, eventually, I showed him a couple times what I wanted, my expectations. You know what he was able to do? Because I worked at Marisa. This high school kid would drive an hour and a half to some other district and do the B-roll of like, B-roll's like the side footage of the school and all this stuff. He would do all that. And he had the courage and confidence to go to teachers who I already scheduled it, go to the principal and interview them without me there. That's a high school student. Talking to adults, videoing them, putting mics on them, professional. If you hire this stuff out, everybody, this is very expensive. You know this. So everybody can hire a PR person to come do videos for them and things like that. But man, but guess who wins though? This kid right here? It's not just me winning, this kid wins. He's got skills forever. Skills that pay the bills. Like in his job with the architecture thing, he used to do this all the time. It's a differentiator for him. That's all I want. Like I want students that have differentiating skills instead of apart from each other. All right, we have 5 minutes. I did, here we go. Make people feel. When's Veterans Day, by the way?
Monday.
I don't have a lot of time on this semester. I went to this school in Hall County, and the teacher, she was using, very simple, she was using Flipgrid at the time. Flipgrid's gone, but you can use something easy like Canva now. Because you're making a podcast, they were interviewing veterans, little kids. And this is what they sounded like. I don't know if I spec the video. I have the audio. No, because it was on Flip. Yeah, it's what's going on. That's sad. Well, the little kids go, they interview the granddad. Like, so tell me, can they have like, you know, some of them little speech impediments and things, and it's cute to me. And they're asking him questions. So why did you join the military? And he goes, I had bad grades. That's the only place I could go. And they're interviewing this veteran. Who wins in that situation, everybody? Who's winning? Who's everybody? Students, the teacher, the veteran, the school, the community, the parents of those kids. That's a mega win. If you want the most engagement, this whole operation that we do is about students. And students, parents love to see students doing things that matter. That matters. I know the data is good, it's important and cool. But it's not interviewing your granddad about sacrificing for the country. It just isn't. All right. Is it 410? Yes. Okay, 410, thank you. Okay. All right, so I am going to jump in sooner real quick. We're going to do the last little demo. I'm going to hit create. So Suno AI, or Suno.com, is an AI music generation tool. And I'm going to do something very specific for this audience. We can use this tool for many things. This is not just for goofiness. This is like, you can make a jingle about your district. Make a jingle, make a jingle, make a jingle. Let's go. So something that you use every time. So every time they hear the jingle, they know like it's in front of your videos, or it's like it's part of your campaign, whatever you're trying to get across. So let's do this. I'm going to say, I'm going to take off the custom. I'm going to say a jingle about, give me one of the school systems, make it easier for now, please. Let's go. What, Barrow? Okay, a jingle about Barrow County Schools is the place to be. It's the place to be. Go mighty Wildcats. Academics, we is smart. School colors. Oh, school colors, great. What was school colors? Okay. Anything gold colors. Students matter. Anything else? Student empowerment. Okay, let's see what happens. And then we'll say genre. I'll say genre is, I'm going to say 80s style sitcom. 80s style sitcom jingle. I don't think what's going to happen. Let's take that. Thank you. Now, in the other sessions, we did some deep dives in Suno. We were pretty crazy. We just did a kind of simple one for today. Hey, first try, everybody. First try. Yeah. It's not a masterpiece yet, but we don't give up on the first one. And there's we go deeper into the genre. We want it to sound like this. And there's like some meta tags, some super geeky stuff there. So I'll tell you for this session, I've got 2 minutes. We have questions for this. The session's a little different on other ones. It's very specific to PR. So 2 minutes. And then go ahead and get some posters and stickers, and we'll start live. Okay, what question?
I was going to say we did that for Principal Appreciation Month, and we made songs about principals.
Songs about
And
principals.
the kids went around and made videos. We just put it out on our Facebook.
That's fine. I'm saying, what's the engagement? That sounds very fun. What's the engagement like on that?
Awesome. Like we had we did theme songs for the primary school, and it was just really cool.
You know what? That had higher engagement probably than usual because it was much different. They had a custom song that mentioned the principals, and the students were involved. Students are always the key. Get the students involved. Sales, questions for me about PR, storytelling. Too often. No, I don't think, it could be once a day. It needs to be valuable. Like, it needs to have value or people tune out. Because we'll just, by habit, It's not valuable, it's like, so we're trying that way. So once a week's fine, once a day's fine. It's gonna be substantial to be good. I know he's not once a week, but if I did it every day, if I had to do something every day, I think that'd be overkill for my audience. Audience is educators, and you guys can do it. Speaking of the musical, look that up real quick. Some of you haven't been to other sessions, so I didn't give you an opportunity to do this. There that is. Study goes out every Tuesday at 9 a.m. It's called Buff Nuggets, and I'll tell you this, how this is going to work. Come get some posters, come get some stickers, I'll sign some posters if you like. You can use a little microphone if you want. The first people to get up here and get the double, the small, and the medium, they're yours. Oh, you guys are fine. That's the double. Okay. Well, that was interesting. And I never tried that before, so sorry. So, y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks for having me at the conference. It's been a blessing to me. And get a poster, get some stickers, and have a wonderful day. My pleasure. I'll send this to our names here. I saw you, Bucky. Don't go anywhere. Bucky Bush in the house. Hey, man, thanks for coming on. That was cool. They love that one. There's some stickers over there too.
It's totally not aesthetic for
It's good to be. They are using some eye and they got some.